In this video, let's take a look at how to create a south 16th on the east line manually instead of using the traverses that we did earlier. Let me open those traverses back up just for a moment. Here's our retrace traverse and our record traverse. Remember, we said the preferred way is to recall the existing corners into a traverse called a retrace, in this case section 14 retrace. And as we compute any additional lost corners or search areas, we'll add them in here as well. And then to have a traverse that has our record data. And this is a way to kind of batch them so that I can come back anytime and recompute them very, very quickly. But I want you to see how to do this manually also. So we'll get rid of the retrace traverse. We really don't need that. We'll keep our record traverse up here, but I'm going to reformat it to display feet instead of chains. That's what we're going to enter in the dialog box. And then let's bring down our COGO single proportion over here where we can see it. Now I'm going to go into the drawing and just make these labels a little bit larger. They're just a little small for us to see, I think. So under control points, let's make the point labels 1200s instead of 800s. Just makes it a little easier to see. Now, in the single proportion dialog box, we need to recall the existing corners in the top half, and I can do that graphically with this little chevron button here. So next to the existing north corner, I click the chevron, then I come over and click the point symbol or label or end of the line that ends at 600-440, which is my east quarter corner, and Traverse PC puts that back into the dialog for me as soon as I select it. Let's do the same thing for the line tree to the south, 4801. Click it, Traverse PC brings it in. So I've now brought in all the information I need for my retrace or measured data. For my lost corner, I need to tell Traverse PC that my lost corner I have currently a position for is 600-420R. And then if I look at the top of the dialog, it says enter all directions from existing corners to the lost or temporary corner. So this bearing needs to go from the north corner to the lost corner. So we need to go in a southerly direction. So let's turn off this option that says recall direction and distance with equations, because we're going to type these in manually. So instead of north 1 degree west, I want south 1 degree east. So 200.01. This is a full 1320 for our record data. I'm looking back up here at the traverse to find that. Then to the south, I do want my 400.01, so north 1 degree west. This is 13.2. Again, I can hit the summary button and drag this over, and I can see that Traverse PC has computed a position for that lost corner. Here's the geodetic position for it. Here's the coordinate position for it, and my new distances for my inverses between the existing corners and the bearings are here. Let's close that out, and I want to get right to saving the point 600-420 down here in the computed position of lost corner field. So let's press enter. Let's go right in and edit that point, and just like we did before, let's put an SP in the description so we know that that was created with a single proportion, and we're going to save that point. So much like we did in the previous example of creating a single proportion. Now I'm going to open that retrace traverse back up, and let's highlight the east quarter, press insert, and recall 600-420 to put our point back in. And we should be able to do just like we did previously, where we zoomed in on that point and saw the separation between the two. And so here's our position for our 16th corner just north of that line tree. So once again, generally we prefer to work with a retrace traverse and a record traverse so I can come back and recompute these positions as needed because I've updated some existing information or found another corner I was looking for. And the traverse sets up all the data for me to do that very quickly. But I did want you to see how to enter that manually if you do need to.